Hi everyone, this is the Billiards Doctor here. Kind of as a new video, I thought it would be kind of fun to do a what's in the bag type of video where I'm going to go through what I have in my pool bag. And I'm a pretty competitive pool player. I played in the National Collegiate Championships, and I'll be playing in the National Team Tournament Championships for my med school this winter. So it'll be great. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to just go through what I have in my bag. So let's start with the cues. So you may have watched the video on the cues already, but I'll go through it one more time just for fun. Here is my playing cue. You can see it is a 20.5 ounce total thrown 3 cue. It's 67 inches long, which is really long. It's because it's got this extension on the back. It's got this QR2 extension that I keep on at all times during gameplay. So it's the Throne 3 Predator with 314-3 shaft. You can see it's 314-3. It uses the Predator Victory tip with medium hardness. So that is my playing cue. Then we have my break cue, which is the Predator BK3 Sport Wrap break cue. It is 18.5 ounces. And just classic BK3, it's got the phenolic tip that came with the BK3 break cue. And then here we have my Predator Air 2 jump cue, also with the tip that came with the phenolic tip, and I love it. I love all three of these cues are phenomenal. So they're all Predator too. I'm a big fan of Predator. They make really good quality products. And then I have my backup shaft, which is a Lucasi Flex Point, LC Flex Point cue, and it's my friend's old shaft, so I bought it from him for pretty cheap. So I keep this in my case at all times as a backup in case the tip falls off my cue or my shaft breaks or something were to happen, so I can keep playing further in the tournament. So it goes here. Okay, so then let's talk about the bag. So this bag here is the Predator Sport. Predator Sport 4x3, 4 shaft, 3 butt soft case with the yellow stripe here. I love this case, and it's a pretty old case. It's been around for a while, and I've had it for maybe 2 years or so, and I keep really good care of it. And I've had multiple people compliment me on the case, which is kind of surprising because it's only like $150, and a lot of people have these like $400 leather cases that are like really nice, and everyone really likes my case for some reason. I think it keeps it clean, it's nice, and I love it. I don't see any reason to get a new one. I really like the fact that it opens up, so it opens up and I can see all my cues. I can see where I'm putting everything, and I don't throw my cues around, so I don't need to have a hard case. So I really like this soft case. So I always carry a towel around, a pretty big towel like this. I like to, during the match, I like to wash my hands, and if I have paper towels in the bathroom, I'll wipe my hands on this, or if my face is a little bit sweaty, if the pool hall's kind of hot, I'll wipe my face off on this towel. So I'll use this towel and I fold it up and I keep it here. I have this Predator cloth that I think came with the bag, and it's really nice. It's just it's a nice kind of a more sturdier cloth, and I use it on my cue, like if my cue's got a lot of chalk on it, or if my cue has, sometimes if you're playing and you kind of hit the table a little bit, you'll get some of the wood will wear off on the table onto your cue, so I use this to kind of wipe it down. So this is 100% for like wiping down the cue only. So that's that. And then we go to my side pocket here, and I always keep a cue ball, usually in this little pouch that I put here, and I usually carry on the measles cue ball. So it's here, so I put it in this little pouch here, which is great. And then in this bigger pocket, I have a little headphones case actually, where I put chalk in it. So I like to use Predator chalk, so I have this 4 blue Predator chalk here, and that just stays in here, and you close it up, and it's really nice. It doesn't get chalk everywhere. It's a headphones case that I bought for headphones, and later when I started playing pool, I was like, oh, I can use that for chalk, and it fits perfectly. So put the chalk in here, and then I have a couple of fun things in here. I have some earplugs. Most tournaments don't let you use earplugs, but you know, if it's really loud, you know, I might try to use them if they don't say anything. So I like to have a pair of earplugs just in case. I also have my tip tool. This tip tool is awesome. It's the Willard's Dime Shaper, and I love it. I use it like once a month on my cue, maybe once every month and a half to get it to be a dime shape. It's really nice. Doesn't seem to wear out, so it's great. So I have that plastic bag, and then I also have this little. I went to a pool clinic and they gave us this little device, which is it's 2 pennies that are glued onto a piece of really thin plastic. And what it is you practice hitting balls through it. So you put it flat on the table, and put it flat, and you hit the balls in between it. And if it hits any of the pennies, it makes a dinging noise. So this allows you to, you know, practice to see if you're hitting the ball straight. And honestly, this is pretty easy to make. You could probably make it at home with some glue and some pennies. So it's pretty easy to make. But I like it. It's good. You know, if I'm not playing well, I'll pull this out and I'll practice on a different table, and I'll make sure that I'm hitting it straight and my fundamentals are good. So that's that. I also carry around, you know, I carry around chapstick, and then I also have this other tip tool. It's a bow tie tip tool that I use. It's got a scuffer on it. I don't really use a scuffer very much because I prefer to have a harder tip personally, but I got the scuffer to help it hold chalk a little bit better. But I've noticed when I use a scuffer, it makes the tip a little bit softer, so I don't really like that, so I don't really scuff very much. But I do use the poker, the aerator, I guess it's called. It's an aerator, and it's this part here. It's kind of sharp little pins, and you just kind of poke softly at the tip of the cue to let it aerate a little bit, and it creates little pores. And when you create those pores, it just holds chalk better. So the chalk goes in the pores and holds it tighter. So you can hold chalk better. If you ever like miss cueing a lot, you can try to aerate. But like I said, when I aerate, I've noticed that I probably only aerate just a tiny bit because I prefer to have a harder cue tip. The tip I use now is medium hardness, but I like it to be a little bit harder than that. And when I use this scuffer or the aerator, I notice the tip feels a little bit softer to me, which I don't really like as much. And then I have, of course, all my joint protectors. So there's a ton of joint protectors here. Joint protectors are really important because they keep the joints clean. If you get dust or chalk or fuzz or anything on those joints, it can mess them up and make it very sticky, make the joints sticky, so that when you're putting on the cue, it's very sticky and it can cause the joints to kind of degrade over time. So these are really nice. It keeps them nice and clean. I probably should not be putting them face down on a chalky table. If you're wondering why I have this towel down, the reason why I have this towel down is precisely to prevent chalk from getting on my cues. So you notice every time I put my cues on the table, I always elevate them. I always put them like this. That's because the grips, especially these grips, they will pick up chalk, and the table has a lot of chalk on it. A lot of chalk. Once it's a brand new table, they almost always have a lot of residual chalk. So I've noticed that when I put it flat on the table, it gathers a lot of chalk. So I never put it flat on the table. I put it flat on this table so you can see it better, but that's why I got this towel down. Let's see what else. I got all my cases here for the jump cue. They came with the jump cue. They're like cases for the joints, the intermediate, smaller parts of the shaft. And then I got this is the extension. Came with the extension from Predator QR2 extension. I got a moose head. A lot of tournaments will use like cheaper bridges that are, you know, tin or aluminum or something like that, and the metal can scratch your cue. So I never use those. I always pull this one out, and they don't really care if I use this. But most tournaments use this, so you usually don't have to worry. But I bring one just in case. Or if you're going to a local pool hall, they don't have a bridge, you know, take this out. You know, I think it's always good to practice with bridges because that's what you're going to do in a real tournament. And you know, you should practice with them. So I like to carry this around so I don't get lazy. So I have a bridge. I also have my gloves. Like I mentioned in the previous video about gloves. I mean, I like to switch gloves. I don't have a favorite glove. I have a favorite, but I wear them all about equally. You know, I got the red one and the red Molinari, the blue Molinari, the older version, the navy blue Molinari, mez glove in this kind of green. Got this blue Kamui, and then I got the black Kamui here, the older Kamui glove. And you know, I like to have different types of glove. I like to just switch off. You know, if I'm playing battle, switch gloves. My hand is sweaty, I'll switch gloves. You know, wash my hands, switch gloves. So you know, I like to wear different gloves based on my mood. If I'm feeling really good, cocky, I'll probably wear the red one or the light blue one. You know, if I'm feeling more conservative that day, I'll wear the black or the navy one. And if it's really hot out, I'll wear the mez one, which doesn't have the palm. The palm's open, so it lets you aerate your palm more. So I like to switch gloves. You know, all these gloves are awesome, and I've had multiple of them for many years, so they don't wear out. I like kind of switching off. So yeah, that's my case. This is everything I have. I mean, one thing else I really like this case is because it has 3 open pockets for the butts of the cues, and I only have 2 butts for my cues. I have the break cue butt and the playing cue butt, and the third is just empty, which is really nice because there's not really ever enough space to put every part of your jump cue and your extension into the case. So what I do is I actually put the extension, I take it off, and I put the extension into the 3rd slot that cue butts usually go into. And that's really nice because now it creates more room in my pocket here that I can put stuff in. So I really like this case. I mean, it's awesome. It's got a nice shoulder strap. The strap actually broke after about a year, so I had to re-sew it on, but sewed it on, it works awesome, and I love it. I take really good care of it, keep it clean, and it's great. So yep, and I don't really see myself getting any new pool equipment for a long time. But if I were to get new pool equipment, I don't even know what I would get. Maybe I get the Revo shaft eventually at someday. I always want to try the Revo shaft. That'd be kind of cool, but you know, it's so expensive, and it's one of those things where it's like I feel like I have to earn it. You know, it's like a $500 shaft, carbon fiber. So I have to kind of earn it. I feel like I have to be, you know, even better than I am now to really deserve that shaft. But you know, it looked pretty cool on my playing cue here. You know, you got the black, the tan, black, tan, you go black, and that'd be kind of neat. But maybe someday. But anyways, the Billiards Doctor, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.